Vishtam Stapitam Yena Putale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Tatamdi Swapatam Digam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bodhale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nadinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prashari Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasha Tireshita Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadigar Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, good. We are starting at Purushottam month, and it's all definitely Prabhupada's mercy when we start in Purushottam month. Okay. So, chapter 1 is this is module 1. Okay, Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 6 is about the module 1. Module 1 will have first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, which basically talks about what? You can either put in the chat or you can unmute and say. The first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita basically deals with what? Which, okay, sorry, I'll unmute everyone. Like a brainstorm session. So,
Hare Krishna Mataji, Karma Yoga.
Good. So, the first 6 chapters about Karma Yoga. The middle 6 is?
Bhakti Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga. And the last 6 is?
Jnana Yoga.
Jnana Yoga. Why Krishna kept Bhakti Yoga in the middle? Why not in the end?
Because it's a nectar.
Beginning. Because it is the nectar. It's very important. Okay. Then. Okay. So when that's the essence. So when we have anything, something very precious, you keep it inside. You don't expose about to others, and then they'll rob it. So, like you have a nice diamond ring or gold ring, you keep inside a box which has an outer covering and the down also there's a covering, right? And also you keep money inside the pocket, not outside exposing. Like you have the sandwich, the middle is the essence. So anything important is kept in the middle. And yes, the jewel is an example. And also through Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, also you can reach Bhakti Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga is the essence of the whole Vedic literature. So that's why. And then today we'll just see the first few slokas. Before starting, we'll have to also know about the Gita Mahatmya. And this unit is basically helping you to deepen your understanding of your relationship with the Varnashram Dharma and Krishna consciousness. And also this topic will be essential to understand the Bhakti Shastris, to introduce the first verses of Bhagavad Gita, which is Dharma Kshetra, okay, and continues to the 18th chapter where Krishna concludes his decision by saying Dharmya Savadam. So we'll see the Gita Mahatma a little bit, and then we'll go to the verse. Maline mojanam pumsa jalasnanam dine dine sakrit gidamrita snanam samsara malanashanam. So can you put in the chat who wrote Gita Mahatmya? Just type in the chat to me, to the host. Okay, so who wrote it? So here it is said Maline mojanam pumsa jalasnanam dine dine. So like external cleanliness can happen when you take bath, with soap, water, shampoo and all that. Now, so that can be destroyed. But Sakrit Gidamrita Stana, if you drink or take bath in the nectar of Bhagavad Gita, Samsara Malanashanam, so all our material contaminations gets washed away. Yes, Adi Shankaracharya. And whose incarnation is he? Shankaracharya gave which philosophy and who was he actually? Yes, so Lord Shiva, right? And he gives which philosophy? Which was the philosophy which Shankaracharya gave us? Ekant philosophy, okay. Advaita, good. So that's Advaita philosophy, right? No, not Dvaita, Roshni Mataji. So Dvaita is basically, so Advaita means one. I am one, I'm God, you are God, we are all God. And they want to merge in the Lord Brahman effulgence with Sayuja Mukti. That's wrong. Then who gave the Dvaita philosophy after Advaita, after Shankaracharya, who came to give the Dvaita philosophy that we are not one, we are two. That person will sit like this. It's Madhvacharya, okay? Not Ramanujara. Ramanujara is the Sri Sampradaya. It's again Vaishnava Sampradaya. Lord Buddha actually gave the monist philosophy. He came to decrease animal sacrifice. He didn't believe in the Vedas and all. Yes, it's Madhvacharya. Okay. And then who came after Madhvacharya, who was the one who gave which philosophy? And we all belong to that now. After Ramanujara, who came? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, Praveen Prabhu. So he gave what philosophy? That's why we call Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Gaudiya means we belong to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he gave what? No, Nimpark Sampradaya is different. Achintya Veda Abeda Tattvam, right? So, yes, so Deepti Mataji says Achintya Veda Abeda Tattvam. What is it? Can you explain it, Mataji? What is it?
Mataji, it means Krishna is a different and we are a different and we are a servant of Krishna and Krishna is a supreme person.
Okay, almost close, but a little more to add. Can someone else add a little bit to her? You can raise your digital hand. She's right. But in which aspect we are different? Yes, Avik Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, this philosophy means that we are qualitatively same as Krishna. We are part and parcel of Krishna, same as Krishna, but quantitatively we are different.
Yes. So qualitatively we are the same. Yes, right. Yes. So qualitatively we are same with the Lord, but quantitatively we are different. Okay, in quality we are same. He is also Sachidananda, we are also Sachidananda. But in quantity, we are just a spark, right? Okay. So here, Gita Mahatmya given by Adi Shankaracharya, he says that you have to drink in the nectar or take bath in the Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita. One may cleanse himself daily by taking a bath in water. But if one takes a bath even once in the sacred Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, from him the dirt of material life is altogether vanquished. Gita Sukita Kartavyam Kimmanye Shastra Vistare Ya Swayam Patmanabhasya Mukha Patmadvinisrita. Gita Sukita Kim Anye Shastra Vistare. Why do you want any other scriptures? This Bhagavad Gita is enough. Ya Swayam Patmanabhasya. It came from the lotus mouth of Krishna. How did Mother Ganges come? Like how did Ganga Devi or she emanate? How did she come into this material world? Yes, Suvina Mataji. How did she come?
From the tip of the Lord Krishna's.
From tip of the
tip
toe. Of whom?
Lord Krishna. Vishnu. Krishna.
When?
I can't remember.
Not Varahadev, Praveen Prabhu. It's Vamanadev. Good. Who is this? Roshni Mataji. Yes. King Bagheera, there's another story about that. Yes. So this is when Vamanadev, what happened? The Lord came as the dwarf avatar, no? That the short avatar. So when he came in the Vamana form to Bali Maharaj and asked for 3 steps of land. So in one step, he became huge. He took the whole earth. The second step, he took the sky. Third step, he's like, where to keep? So he kept on the head of Bali Maharaj. Now, when he took the second step, when he became big and then his toe went up into the Brahmaloka, that is the highest planetary system in the material world. It pierced the material universe, and it said the causal ocean, the Viraja river, flew down as Ganges. It's also said when the toe pierced Brahma's world, Brahma saw the effulgence from Krishna's lotus feet, that he went and did Abhishek of Lord's feet. It came as Ganges. So the water came from Lord's feet is called Ganges. And this Bhagavad Gita is coming from the lotus mouth of Krishna. So that's also called Ganges. Okay. Yasvayam Patmanapasya Mukha Patmatvinisra. It came from the lotus mouth of the Lord. One need only attentively and regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. One need not read any other Vedic literature because it is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Vedic literature. Sarvopanishato Gavo Godha Gopalanandana Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gitamritam Mahat. If you put all the Upanishads together, there's 108 Upanishads. If it's like a cow and you milk the cow, so the essence that's coming. So who's milking it actually? Krishna. And who is the calf who's coming and drinking that milk? It's Arjuna. So all the essence of the Vedic literature put together is the Gita Upanishad. So Gita Upanishad, the Bhagavad Gita, is the essence of all the Upanishad, which is like a cow. And Lord Krishna, who's famous as a cowherd boy, is milking the cow. Arjuna is like a calf, learned scholars and pure devotees are trying to drink the nectar and milk of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Srila Prabhupada. So because of Srila Prabhupada, we are able to understand. So all of you should have your Bhagavad Gita as it is and read through it, because Prabhupada has given his life to make us understand different aspects of Bhagavad Gita. So when you read to the purport, there's so many things will be missing, which you can really understand. So I will share the question bank, okay, from unit 1 to 6. This question bank will have all the closed book question and open book question. So you can start preparing from a Bhakti Shastri level. Till now, we are just reading, no? But then in Bhakti Shastri level, you're supposed to prepare deeply into the different aspects of Bhagavad Gita, which I will share later. Okay. So here in the preface, if you have read, do you understand the aspect of Prabhupada's mood and mission? Anyone likes to talk about Prabhupada's mood and mission, which is given in the preface of Bhagavad Gita? Whom did Prabhupada dedicate this Bhagavad Gita to? Did you find out? Start searching the first few pages. Yes, Mataji. Aishwarya.
To his Guru Maharaj.
Huh?
He dedicated
No. Not to his father. To his father, he dedicated the Krishna book.
I said to his Guru Maharaj.
No, not to his Guru Maharaj. Not to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. No, somebody kept in the chat. Kirti Mataji says his father. No. Whom did he dedicate this Bhagavad Gita to? Avik Prabhu.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, it is said that that people will derive the greatest benefit by studying Bhagavad Gita as it is presented here. And even if one man becomes a pure devotee of the Lord, we shall consider that our attempt to be a success.
Yeah, but then just start searching a Bhagavad Gita, first few pages. You see Bhagavad Gita as it is, the second page. The whole page is dedicated to that person. Who's that? To Baladev Vidyabhushan. To Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan, who presented so nicely the Govinda Bhashya commentary on the Vedanta philosophy. The whole page Prabhupada had given to Baladev Vidyabhushan. Yes. Who's Baladev Vidyabhushan? He is the one who wrote Govinda Bhashya. So before, for the Vaishnava philosophies, we didn't have any Bhashya. Bhashya in the sense, the commentaries on the Vedanta Sutras. We didn't have it. So another sector challenged Baladev Vidyabhushan. Baladev Vidyabhushan went and sat in front of Govinda Dev, that is Krishna, and Krishna himself spoke. That's why it's called Govinda Bhashya. And Prabhupada have taken our commentaries or purports from that also. Like he called Sridhar Swami and Krishna Chakra, so many acharyas, but then at the same time, he took it from Baladev Vidyabhushan. So what was Prabhupada's mood and mission when he wrote this Bhagavad Gita as it is? Who can say some 2-3 words about it? What was his mood and mission? Why did he do it? And what was his mood when he did? You all know that he wrote the manuscripts, and it was kind of his wife sold it, no, for some tea, biscuits, and again he wrote everything again. Yeah, and also again his typewriter was stolen. Yes, Prith Prabhu. What was the mood of Srila Prabhupada?
Yes, Mother, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
There was many Bhagavad Gita interpreted by in different way, but Prabhupada wanted Bhagavad Gita as it is.
Yes.
And his Guru also wanted him to spread the information of Bhagavad Gita in foreign country. So he went there, and if he had money in future, to print the books and.
Yes. So because his Guru Maharaj said that. But as Prabhu said, this is Bhagavad Gita as it is. How do you know this is the same Bhagavad Gita which Krishna spoke? Somebody can question you, know. Hare, what are you reading? ISKCON Bhagavad Gita. How do you think it is the same Bhagavad Gita? How do you say? Yes, Deepti Mataji, I want all to be active in the class. If you not comfortable to unmute and speak, you can put in the chat to me. Yes.
Mataji, because it is come from a Guru Parampara.
good. It's coming from Guru Parampara, so definitely, and starting from Krishna, no, it's coming from Krishna. So that Guru Parampara is there. Good. What else? Is there any other reason, Avik Prabhu? What is the proof that this is Bhagavad Gita as it is, other than disciplic succession coming from Guru Parampara?
Mataji, it is from disciplic succession, and this reason only. My reason was same only. Disciplic
Okay,
succession.
same. Okay, it is coming from a disciplic succession. What is the practical proof that this is Bhagavad Gita as it is? How do you think this Bhagavad Gita is so precious, or this is better than any other Bhagavad Gita in the market? Anybody? Okay, I can unmute everyone. What is the proof? What is the practical proof? Krishna spoke to sun god, that's fine. Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, because this was direct translation word to word from how it came from the disciplic succession. So direct
Yes.
translation. So that's why it is more sacred than the other Bhagavad Gitas that we get in the market.
Yeah, but how do you know it's direct translation? We never heard Krishna saying to sun god. Nah, who's this person coming as Hare Krishna? Because I need you to rename yourself, because this is a Bhakti Shastri class. And can you please unmute Hare Krishna? Or I have to remove you from the class. Because this is a Bhakti Shastri, you can't come in some fake names. And Hare Krishna, who are you?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Oh, this is Sri Lakshmi. Sorry. Okay, yeah, you got the right answer. So she says that she, sorry, really sorry for that. Okay, because I don't want any Zoom bombers to come here again disturb us. Okay, so she says that because there's a proof that all over the world people have surrendered. That's true, right? This Bhagavad Gita, before Srila Prabhupada wrote this Bhagavad Gita and got it printed, 250, 200 plus Bhagavad Gitas were in the market, and even in America, but it could not create even one devotee. But the moment Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as this came out, there's a nice story how Prabhupada didn't have money, and Prabhupada's like, go to the Macmillan company, and he sent his disciple. And disciple says, Prabhupada, we don't have money. It's like, just go and tell them he want to print Bhagavad Gita by his guru. So the devotees like the disciple is like, how will I go without money to print a book? Prabhupada said, just go. And the devotee went. And the moment he said that we have a Bhagavad Gita to be printed, the Macmillan company manager got up. It's like, we were exactly looking for some Shastra to be printed. And then they printed for free. It's like Krishna sent someone. So Prabhupada already knew it. And when this Bhagavad Gita asset came, it could create devotees all over the world, even in Russia and Africa and whatnot, not so many countries. Because you can't hide the sun. How much you'll keep hiding the sun? It will spread. So you can't, so this is a proof that it changed many lives. And just by reading this Bhagavad Gita as it is, after Prabhupada left, many dedicated their life for the movement, right? Many, you go to any temple, there is even our temple, you can see the president is like IIT and the vice president is MBBS graduate. So you take any temple, all of them, all great scholars are there who have dedicated their life completely to the mission. Is that possible to fool an intelligent person? No, because there's a philosophy, because that's the truth speaking from. And Prabhupada says, I didn't write this books, Krishna have wrote this. So that's the mood of Srila Prabhupada. Our purpose is to present Bhagavad Gita as it is, in order to guide the conditioned students to the same purpose for which Krishna descended to the planet once in a day of Brahma. So Prabhupada is like a postman. Guru is like a postman. Postman doesn't add anything or delete anything from the letters, right? So he gives it as it is, the letter. Then he is the real postman. Or somebody sends a money order. Will the postman take some money from it? No. But does he add anything to it? No. So the gurus are like the postman who carry the message as it is. So somebody criticized Prabhupada. Arey, what big work you did. You just copy paste it. No, like nowadays we do in website and all, just copy paste. In online things, all copy paste. That's why Bhakti Shastri exam is going to be handwritten. Okay, nobody can type the answers. Closed book, open book, everything is to be handwritten. Because what happens, you just go to database and copy paste it. No, we don't want that to happen. So yeah, so that's what I was saying. So here it is said that Krishna is Krishna has spoken this Bhagavad Gita and it has come as it is. So Prabhupada's like, okay, I have copied. Yes, that's what my job is. I'm just a servant trying to reproduce whatever Krishna has said. Krishna said surrender to him. Prabhupada says surrender to Krishna. Prabhupada never said surrender to him, right? So that's the real commentary. So instead of satisfying our own personal material senses, we have to satisfy the sense of Lord Krishna. That's the highest perfection of life. The Lord wants it and he demands it. One has to understand the central point of Bhagavad Gita is Krishna. Once Prabhupada went to a Gita society, some society where Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So he was invited. So when Prabhupada went and looked, no picture of Krishna in that room. Prabhupada's like, if you have some political party meeting, still you have all the big politicians' picture. At least some main leaders' pictures will be there now in that room. Prabhupada said, this Gita Samadhi and there's no picture of Krishna, who is the central point of Bhagavad Gita. So our Krishna conscious movement is teaching the whole world this central point that we should not miss Krishna. So the mood and mission is of this course is to help the student understand and appreciate the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada and to perpetuate that understanding within the ISKCON. Hi Krishna. So here, this is the summary, the first chapter. This is how the summary is. So we have like first sloka about the Dhritarashtra's inquiry, right? Dhritarashtra is going to ask Sanjaya, like what is going to happen in the battlefield. Then there is this 2 to 11 slokas about Duryodhana's fear in fighting. Then there is 12 to 19 about the blowing of the conches, the different conches of Pandavas and Kauravas. Okay, so blowing of the conches. Then 20 to 27 is about Arjuna's observation and then Arjuna's reason not to fight. Then last few slokas is about Arjuna's reason not to fight, 28 to 46. Okay, so this is what we'll be covering, the different aspect of Bhagavad Gita. The first sloka is about Dhritarashtra asking Sanjaya. Dharmakshetre kurukshetre samavedaya utsavaha mamaga pandavasyeva kimakurvad Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, oh Sanjaya, after my sons and Pandu's son assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra desiring to fight, what did they do? So is this question relevant? Because they went into the battlefield, no? Pandavas and Kauravas are in the battlefield. Now, when you go to the battlefield, you fight. Yes, Achyuta Keshav Prabhu, it's not relevant. But why did Krishna ask, Dhritarashtra ask this question, Kusumalata Mataji?
Actually, this is not the relevant question because he differentiated between, after the Pandu's death, he differentiated between his children and Pandava's children. And what they will do in the war, they will fight. But he wanted to ask Sanjaya about what are they doing.
Okay, so yes, he is differentiating my sons, I mean his sons from the Kaurava, okay, Maga Pandavashra. But they are going to the battlefield. Now, why he has to ask, what did they do in the battlefield? Why this doubt has come in Dhritarashtra's mind? Why is Dhritarashtra doubting that? Why is he fearful about the outcome of the battle? Ms. Rajalakshmi Mataji.
Mataji, because he wants them to fight so that his sons win the battle. He doesn't want any compromise there.
Yes, absolutely right. You don't want a compromise between the cousins. Okay, what's the second reason? That's one reason. We'll give it to anyone. Subina Mataji. What's the other reason? Yes, one reason is he didn't want to fight. See,
He was-
Bhakti Shastri is straight questions and straight answers. Okay, no beating around the bush. Whatever is given in the purport by Srila Prabhupada, that has to be answered. Yes.
He was scared of the outcome, actually,
Good.
because
He was
the
not-
war is
Yes.
on the holy place and it's going to
Yes.
influence the result.
Yeah. So what happens when there is a home match, like we have in India, Pak or India, Afghanistan, any match happening in India, if that match in India, what happens? Crowd, so much applause. 20% chance, not every time, that the home match, the match is happening in whichever country, there's a chance. So, sorry, I have network. Yeah, there's some network problem. So whenever there is an India Pak match or Afghanistan match, whatever the match is happening in the hometown, so much cheering from the audience that there's a maximum chance that we going to win the match, right? Hometown match, home match. Now, so here, Pandavas are in the truth side, and so this is Dharma Kshetra. Whoever is the Dharma side will definitely win. So Dhritarashtra had a doubt. He already knew that the Kauravas were doing adharma. So he had a doubt that the place might have an influence on the outcome of the battle. You see the purport, Prabhupada have given the same word, that Dhritarashtra was careful about the battle. He thought the holy place might have an influence on the outcome of the battle and Pandavas might win. Second, cousins keep fighting and patching up. Now we also, like, we fight with our cousins and again we are like sorry, and then we are fine. So that's natural. So but he didn't want that to happen. He didn't want a compromise between the Pandavas and Kauravas, because that means he want the battle to happen so that his son can become the king. So these are the two reasons why Dhritarashtra asked this question. It's not relevant. You go to school, so kids goes to school, and after you coming from the school, will you ask, what did you do in the school? Definitely study, or you go for shopping, like what did you do for shopping? It's obvious. So in the battlefield, Dhritarashtra didn't want Sanjaya to say that there was no battle. No, he wanted the battle to happen and he was doubtful about the outcome of the battle. So this was the two things that is mentioned here. And yes, Dhritarashtra was blind from birth, but he was spiritually and also materially blind. Right? Even Krishna wanted a compromise between the fight, before the fight. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, no? Right? He can stop the battle from happening. But why did still Krishna have the battle? Why did Krishna? Okay, I can unmute everyone. So why didn't Krishna stop the battle? He could have stopped, no? Yeah, you can unmute, Prabhu. Devika Mataji.
Because he wanted to ensure that people understand that dharma wins.
Okay, yes, Devika Mataji, what was the answer?
He tried to stop, but Duryodhana and Yudhishthira did not listen, right?
Yes, they didn't
So
listen.
then, and also he has given freedom to every living entities. So
Yes.
he does not want to cross that limit, right?
Yes. So Krishna went actually to compromise and it's like, at least give 5 villages, and Duryodhana did not agree. And Krishna also showed a Vishwarupa at that time, little bit of universal form. Still Duryodhana didn't agree. Okay. So Krishna, don't interfere in your freedom, the minute independence you have. That's fine. But as I've said also, yes, and also to establish dharma and all. But what was the main reason? Like, what ultimate goal of this battle to happen? What's Krishna's plan?
Mataji, everybody had to face their karma eventually for whatever good or bad they had done.
Yeah. But Kauravas and Pandavas are all associates of Krishna, no? No karma binding them.
Krishna wanted to teach the Bhagavad Gita.
Huh? Okay, for Bhagavad Gita, yes, that's one. That's see, if there is no Kurukshetra battle happening, then where is Bhagavad Gita? There's no Bhagavad Gita, right? The Bhagavad Gita, because he put a dead snake around Shami Rishi, and Shringi, his son, cursed Parishad Maharaj, so that Bhagavatam could be spoken by Shukadeva Goswami in 7 days. Similarly, Krishna want Bhagavad Gita to be spoken in But Krishna could have spoken Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, and Arjuna was put into illusion because of that. But why? What was the goal of doing the
to establish dharma?
The reason. What happened?
Network
after the
is
battle?
your voice is breaking, Mataji.
Our network is not good. Okay, I'll just. Under phone എടുത്തോ ഇന്നാ കാർട്ടൂൺ കാണിക്കാനല്ലേ എന്നാ ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ യെസ് yes Kusumlata Mataji, can you hear me? Sorry, I have some network problem.
Now is better, Mataji. We can hear you.
Okay. What was the last, at the end, what happened at the end of the battle? What happened at the end?
He was cursed. Krishna was cursed.
Yes, Krishna.
Was cursed.
Oh no, that see, even that and all. See, Krishna is Sachidananda Vigraha. He is eternal. Okay, no curse can affect Krishna actually. That's just a pastime purpose would happen. May Pandavas win and all that. But then actually what happened to the end? Why did Krishna make all these Kauravas die? To give them moksha, right? If they all die at home, then they'll never get liberation or moksha. Krishna want to take them all back so that he can wind up his pastime and do his Leela, the eternal Leela. So main reason was Krishna wanted the Kauravas. Kauravas are so irreligious. Yes, it's to establish dharma, but then Kauravas are not pious. And anyone who died in the presence of Krishna, with the hands of Krishna, when we can see in the later on the universal form chapter, that every Kauravas, everyone were going inside Krishna's mouth. That means he's giving them moksha or liberation, right? Yeah, and they could see the Parthasarathi form. Yes, Mataji. So, and who was more fortunate? Bhishma Dev was more fortunate than Arjuna, because Arjuna was behind Krishna. Arjuna could not see the Parthasarathi form of Krishna. The 18 days the battle happened, Bhishma Dev was right in front of Krishna in the Parthasarathi form. They saw that form. That's why they got Sarupya Mukti. Nobody got Sayuja Mukti here. Actually, the demons that get Sayuja Mukti. There are 5 types of mukti, if you know: Sayuja, Samibhya, Salokya, Shastri, all that. So the demons, normally they get Sayuja mukti, merging into the Brahman effulgence. But here, the Kauravas, even though being demonic, they all got Sarupya mukti because they saw the beautiful form of Krishna in the Parthasarathi form. Why did they get so? Because they are not actually demons, they are associates of Krishna. Okay, so here, which analogy have been mentioned by Prabhupada in the purport? You can raise a digital hand. What is the analogy? Bhakti Shastri means preaching aspect. Okay, so all the analogies should be in your fingertips. You should know all the analogies used in the Bhakti Shastri. And I'll give a clue. The closed book questions will be based on that. Most of it, the questions will be based on analogy. Because why? When you study such analogies, you can use it for preaching and help you to understand the aspect correctly. Kirti Mataji, what is the analogy used in the first purport?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, like if we are sick, we have to go to a doctor for medicine. We can't take it from a friend. Well, we can't listen to a friend or just take it from a random person. So the same way we need to, listen from in disciplic succession.
Was that in the first sloka? I am waiting for some other answer. Yes. Yes, Aishwarya Mataji.
Yeah, his analogy was like the paddy field. He says like
yes,
plants are taken out.
Yeah, so the paddy field. What Mataji said is about the introduction might be. This is from the sloka 1.1. Here it is said that like in the paddy field, okay, unnecessary weeds are taken out. So similarly, Krishna wants in the religious field of Kurukshetra to wipe away all the Kauravas and unwanted harmful weeds like the Dhritarashtra's sons to be wiped out. Okay, so that was Krishna's plan actually. So Krishna was never partial to the part. Actually, in fact, he showed more mercy to the Kauravas, right? By giving them moksha. So, yes. So this Dhritarashtra was partial because he was doubtful and fearful about the outcome of the battle. And here, the analogy given is by the paddy field. And Sanjaya was able to see the whole thing happening because he was. Why was Sanjaya able to see what was happening in the battlefield? Being sitting in the kingdom. Yes, Prabhu. Avik Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat. Because by the blessings of his Guru, Vedavyas, he could have the Divya Drishti.
Yeah, because of Vyasdev. Okay. You can raise the digital hand, like otherwise, okay. Yeah, you can write it in the chat. Yes, so because of Vyasdev, I didn't finish this first slok only. So it's Dharma Kshetra is the religious field. Okay. Whoever wins, whoever comes to the Dharma Kshetra, definitely they win because Dharma predominates then. And as the paddy field, unnecessary plants are taken away, the religious field of Kurukshetra, unwanted plants like. Also, this is the analogy given the paddy field in the first sloka. Now here, the 3rd to 11th sloka is about Duryodhana's diplomacy. Duryodhana is going to play like a politician here by going to Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya. We'll see what happens. Okay, because he uses the word Drupada Putrena. Okay, the word Drupada Putra is being used by Duryodhana. Because he becomes very much scared and he ran to Dronacharya. Pashrita Manda Putrana Macharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudan Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. O my teacher, behold, the great army of the son of Pantu, so expertly arranged by intelligent disciples, the son of Drupada. Now, why did Duryodhana use this term? Who was Drupada, by the way? Does anyone know who is Drupada?
Drupada is
King Drupad, father of Draupadi.
Drupada Putrena, right? What's his name? What's the son of Drupada's name?
Drishtadumna.
Drishtadumna. Yeah,
Drishtadumna.
Draupadi's father, Drishtadumna. So, yes, Drupada had 2 children. One is Drishtadumna and the other one was Draupadi, right? And Drupada and Duryodhana, Dronacharya were great friends. And then what happened? They became enemy. And in one way, he promised that his son, Drishtadumna, is going to kill Dronacharya. But Dronacharya, being a great Brahmana, he trained Drishtadumna, even though he knows that he is going to be his enemy. That's his Vaishnavism. And then what happened? The same son, that is Drishtadumna, arranged, because he becomes the brother-in-law of Arjuna, right? And then he arranged the army for Pandavas. So Duryodhana is like, he could have said, see, Drishtadumna had arranged this army. Instead, he went and said, Drupada Putra have arranged, in order to provoke Dronacharya, to make him understand that, to point out his mistake. No, that's not right. To point out the mistake of our Guru or senior Vaishnavas. We can't do that, fault finding. So see, because of you trained Drishtadumna, and now Drishtadumna has brought the army. So yes. So to provoke, or to like a politician, he's playing here, saying that because of you, this is a mistake which you did. So he did it purposely. That's Duryodhana's diplomacy here. Duryodhana knew that Drupada Maharaj has got his son, and future he would kill me. Still, Dronacharya knew it. Still, when he was offered to become his disciple to learn the military art, he accepted. Yes, that means the Brahmanas were so liberal. When he is coming as my disciple, never mind, he would kill me in future. That doesn't matter. But I must give him teachings. So Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimadi, because he became your disciple. Okay, that is one thing. And Arjuna, here there is a celestial weapons, and Bhima have taken the vow. Okay, and okay, so we'll come to this. Now, Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhe, Prabhupada mentions here. People may ask that by mentioning these great. Now, many fighters' name is mentioned. I'm not taking those slokas. Okay, different fighters. The 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th slokas. Different fighters' name is there. He was there. He was there. That person was there. This person was there. Why all these names are mentioned? Because anything associated with Krishna is also Krishna. Prabhupada says that because we are meant for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so by chanting the name of the fighters, what do we gain? the question may be raised. But the thing is that Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagya Muchyate. Whenever there is connection with Krishna, they also become Krishnatized. So the warrior's name is mentioned. We should not neglect. Krishna wanted to gather all the demonic power in the battlefield and kill them. That was his plan. Kill in the sense, you can't kill the soul. We are not this body, we are soul. But to take them back to Godhead. So this was Krishna's plan, to bring all the people together, and so that he can take them back to Godhead. And yes, he wanted Bhagavad Gita to be told to all of us. Okay, now what were the signs of victory? You remember any signs? Okay, now I can unmute everyone. What were the different signs by Pandavas won?
Hanuman on the flag, Hanuman's emblem on the flag.
Okay, that is Kapitwaja, Hanuman.
And Krishna himself,
known by
goddess of
all
fortune.
people.
Goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, and Krishna Rishikesha was there.
And Indra had given the chariot.
Agni Dev gave the chariot.
Conch shells.
Conch shells.
Conch shells.
Rishikesha.
And Krishna himself.
Krishna himself. Which day was it?
Mokshada Ekadashi.
Mokshada Ekadashi.
Mokshada Ekadashi.
It was Dharma Kshetra. Okay.
Pashpatastra.
Yeah, the Pashpatastra. But yeah, that's one. Just secondary reason. Now, what this Hanuman's sign in the flag? What does that signify? Why Hanuman there? Kapitvaja. What is this called?
Because he led Rama to victory when he was fighting Ravana. So the same way now Rama is present in form of Krishna. So the victory is guaranteed.
Yeah. Matsi, you can raise your hand because you're co-host, you can unmute yourself, but then you can raise your digital so that I can give chance to everyone. Yes, that's one reason. So because Hanuman helped Lord Ram, and then same Lord Ram has come as Krishna, Keshavdrida Rama Sharira, and then, okay, that is one aspect, Mataji. What is the other aspect of Hanuman being there? Yes, you're right. What's the second reason why Hanuman symbol is there? Yes, Prabhu. Achit Prabhu.
Because Krishna wanted Hanumanji to be the witness.
Okay. Krishna himself is the greatest witness. Okay, Kusumlata Mataji.
Because he helped, Hanumanji helped Lord Rama to win the war. And
yeah, same thing was.
Way, he will help Krishna also to win the war.
Okay, that Aishwarya Mataji already said. Aishwarya Mataji already said that. Yes, Rajalakshmi Mataji.
Mataji, he is the eternal servant of the Lord. So wherever the Lord is, he is Dasyam. So he has to be there to serve the Lord, and that's why he's there.
Okay. So Hanuman indicates strength, and he's a devotee of Krishna. Yes. And then Arjuna wants to take blessings from him. Actually, it is called, that's Vaishnavism. We go for any endeavor in spiritual life or anything. Arjuna is fighting for Krishna. There was no sin for Arjuna killing all these Kauravas. Why? Because he's working for Krishna. He didn't do it for his sense gratification. He was doing it for Krishna. There is no sin incurred. Now, when he is doing it, he need a blessing from a senior Vaishnava who's like Hanuman here, a devotee. Both are devotees. And Prabhupada mentions that because of that, yes, and strength. It also indicates strength. Okay. Now, Duryodhana's diplomacy, okay, that he's comparing the army. Okay, that is his army, Pandu's armies and Kaurava's army. He compares and he runs to Bhishma Dev and says that, see, our army is incomplete without you and complete with you. And he goes to Dronacharya and says, our army is incomplete. So please do something. So he plays a nice diplomatic role there. And yes, another different reasons why they won is, yes, Madhava or Rishikesha, Krishna was there, right? And also there was a chariot given by Agni Dev, right? And there was a Kapitvaja sign, that is a Hanuman symbol on the flag. So we'll have a small breakout room here. Okay, now before that, in the 20th, why Krishna is called Rishikesha? Rishikesha means what? The different names of Krishna has different meanings. Rishikesha means? Devika Mataji?
Controller of senses, Mataji.
Yeah, master of the senses. Why Krishna was called Rishikesha in sloka number 20? Like he says, no, Senayorupayor madhye ratam stapayame. No, not that. He says, no, Rishikesha in one sloka that the reason why they win. So why Rishikesha is used in this particular aspect? Okay, yes, Rajalakshmi Mataji. Why did he use the word Rishikesha here?
Mataji, because Arjuna is aware that Krishna, he is managing everything and he is the sense, I mean, he's able to look at everything. That's why he's saying master of all senses, Rishikesha.
Okay. He says, Rishikesham tata vakyam itam aha mahipate. In 20th sloka, he says, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna following these words. He took his bow and he was prepared to shoot the arrow, and he calls Krishna as Rishikesha here. Rishikesha means master of senses, as the mother said. But why Rishikesha in particular sloka? That's what I asked. Who knows? Aishwarya Mataji.
Yeah. He says, like in the battle of Kurukshetra, the Lord directly controls the senses of Arjuna. Thus, this particular.
He controls the senses of Arjuna, right? Yes, he's the master of sense. Krishna is called the master of senses. But here in this particular section, Krishna is trying to control Arjuna's senses. So the term Rishikesha is used in this particular aspect of Bhagavad Gita. And why Arjuna is called Dhananjaya? Panchachanyam Rishikesho Devadattam Dhananjaya, the different conch shells they have blown, right? And so Arjuna's conch shell is Devadatta, Krishna's conch shell is Panchachanyam. So why Arjuna is called Surya Mataji?
He helped to gather wealth when Yudhishthira wanted. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Good. Yes. So when I have network problem now. When Yudhishthira Maharaj wanted wealth for the yajna, Arjuna collected, and that's why he is called as Dhananjaya here. Why is Krishna called Madhava? Why Krishna is another name called Madhava here? Yes, Avik Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Because he killed the Madhu demon.
That's then Krishna is called Madhusudana, no? Because he called the Madhu demon. Madhava means Prit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, because he is the husband of goddess Lakshmi.
Very good. Yeah, he's the husband of goddess of fortune. Okay. Now, goddess of fortune, why Krishna is called Madhava in this particular section? In the 14th verse, you can see. Why Krishna is called Madhava? In that particular verse. Tata se sveter harer yukte mahati syadane stitau Madhava Pandavasyaiva divya shankau pradamnava. Okay. So Madhava Pandavas. Okay, yes, he is the husband of goddess of fortune. But why Madhava in this particular verse? Killer of demon Madhu is Madhusudana. Krishna is called Madhusudana because he killed the demon Madhu. Madhava because, yes, Devika Mataji.
So wherever the fortune, sorry Mataji, one second.
Yes.
So wherever the goddess of fortune is there, Krishna is also present there.
Yes.
So since in this battlefield, Krishna is present, so it is sure that the fortune or the winningness is 100% sure.
Yes.
That is why they are mentioning that.
Yes, very good. So wherever the husband goes, the wife follows, it is said. So wherever Narayana or Krishna is there, yes, Lakshmi Devi also went there. And goddess of fortune will bring good fortune, no? So Arjuna is like Krishna. Later on, you can see, not here, in the towards the end of the sloka, the chapter, again he uses the word Madhava, saying that goddess of fortune will bring good fortune to me. Now you're bringing bad fortune, Krishna, by asking me to kill these people. So the word Madhava will be reused here again. Okay. Okay. Bhima is called Vrigodara because he was a voracious eater. So different names are given, and we should know why these names are particularly used in this particular concept. And tomorrow, next week, we can see that where Arjuna orders Krishna, Seni orbe or madhye ratam stapayami achyuta. So there Krishna is called Achyuta. Achyuta means Achyuta. Ha means have a negative. No, in Sanskrit, right? Sharan Prabhu.
It means infallible one.
Infallible. And why is Krishna called infallible? What are the two reasons mentioned in Bhagavad Gita? 2-3 reasons why Krishna is called Achyuta. Yes, Mataji? Why Krishna is called Achyuta? Yes, infallible.
Without any fault. Without any fault. Without
any faults. Okay.
infallible.
Any other reason? Who's this? Roshni Mataji says because he's always situated in his position. Very good. Even though Krishna became the chariot driver, I'm getting echo. Even though Krishna became the chariot driver of Arjuna, still he don't fall from the position of being the supreme personality of Godhead. Govindamadi Purisham Tamaham Bhajami. Now imagine we have friends and then close friends. They come home and you take them for a drive or you go for shopping. They sit behind you and you are in front. And does that mean you become a driver for them? No. It's out of your love and compassion and your care for them that you're driving. Now, when Krishna is driving the chariot for Arjuna, that doesn't mean Krishna just become a driver for Arjuna. No, Krishna is still the supreme personality of Godhead. He doesn't fall. When Krishna took the slippers of Nanda Baba on his head and walked in Vrindavan, when Krishna danced for the gopis for some buttermilk, when Krishna was bound in the Uluk Bandhan on the as Damodar Leela by Yashoda Maya, still he is the supreme personality of Godhead, Govindamadi Krishna. He doesn't fall from his position. That is one reason why Krishna is called Achyuta. What's the second reason why Krishna is called Achyuta? He doesn't fall to protect his devotees. Haribol, Prit Prabhu, yes. So he never falls or fails to protect his devotees. Name Bhakta Pranashyati, Krishna says. He never fail, like how Narasimhadev came from the pillar. He never fails to protect his devotees, right? He always keeps the words of his devotees true. So that's called Achyuta. And Achyuta also means he doesn't fall down, as Mataji said, from the spiritual world. We all fell from the spiritual world to this material world, no, because of our sin. Krishna doesn't fall like that. He descends in his own will. And when he comes down, he don't have to accept a material body like us, right? And he's not bound by the 3 modes. So in all these ways, Krishna is infallible, means Achyuta. Okay, that's why Krishna is called Achyuta. Okay, so that we'll see in the next week more in more detail. So what we have to do is we have to discuss the significance of Arjuna's ordering Krishna and Krishna accepting the position of a charioteer. And we have to give reference to Srila Prabhupada's statement in the purport of your explanation. So what I'll do is, this is a breakout room. Okay, first time we're having a breakout room. So it's the first time, take some time for you to understand this. So what you have to do is, okay, this question will be posted in the chat box. Okay, so once you have this question in the chat box, what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to go to the breakout room. I'll be, no, breakout room is an important aspect of your Bhakti Shastri. Okay, so I'll post this question in the chat. You go to the breakout room and you have to discuss this question in the breakout room. Now, all of you, please copy this question from the chat box. And when you go to breakout room, you can paste it in your chat box there. Okay. So discuss the significance of Arjuna ordering Krishna and Krishna accepting the position of a charioteer. And give reference to Prabhupada's statement in your purport, in your explanation. You go to breakout room, I'll give you 5 minutes breakout room. There'll be like 4-5 of you in each room. Now you one person have to lead. Ask everyone to unmute and speak. And once you discuss, then at the end of 5 minutes, you decide who is going to come back and speak. One person should represent from the whole class. So every time we'll have a breakout room. Okay. And once we have, yeah. So you discuss this, come back, and then one person should speak. Okay. Hare Krishna. So some are back from the breakout room. Okay. Let others also join us. Okay. We'll wait till then. Just 2 more minutes and I'll close the breakout room. Hare Krishna, so all are back. From room number 3, they have to come. Devotees have to come back. Okay, so let's start with room number 1. Who's going to speak? Devika Mataji, Kirti Mataji, Praveen Prabhu, and Rajalakshmi Mataji. Okay, so we'll have. I'll unmute everyone. So anybody can represent room number 1. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Praveen Prabhu will discuss, Mataji, from our side.
Praveen
Can
Prabhu?
you hear me, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, first of all, Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and out of his causeless pursuit, he was engaged in the service of his friend, and he never fails in his affection. And furthermore, Arjuna is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna. So, and Krishna takes, always takes transcendental pleasure in serving his devotee. And Krishna's position is never challenged because he's said to be infallible one. And Krishna is always seeking opportunity to render some service to the devotee. The last point is the relationship between the Lord and his servitor are very sweet and calm.
Okay.
So are we missing any other point, Mataji, in this?
Okay, let's take from other rooms also, and then finally we'll wrap up. Okay.
Sure.
So room number 2. We have, who's representing? Deepa Mataji, Deepti Mataji, Aishwarya Mataji, Priti, and
Hare Krishna,
Sheila.
Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah, I will be answering from our group.
Yes,
so we have managed to note down 5 points from this purport of Srila Prabhupada. So first point, the reason why Krishna accepts to take the chariot to the center is because of his mercy towards his devotee. First point. Second is because he's a charioteer, he had to carry out
Mataji, 1 second. Aishwarya Mataji, can you post the attendance link? I forgot. Okay, so that others please fill the attendance form. Yes, Priti Mataji, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just unmute. Okay. So the second point is because Krishna was a charioteer, he had to carry out the orders of Arjuna, and he did not hesitate to do that. And third point we managed to note down was although he accepted the position of a charioteer for his devotee, his supreme position is not challenged.
Yes.
Okay. And the fourth point is like a servitor is always ready to or looking for a chance to serve the Lord. Lord is always seeking for its opportunity to render some service to the devotee.
Oh, that's a very nice point. Yes. So devotees are always waiting for Krishna, for the service for Krishna, but Krishna is waiting to serve his devotees. Now, can you give any example where Krishna is serving his devotees? Yes, devotees serving Krishna, fine, but Krishna serves his devotees.
Sudama.
Good. Sudama, right? So when Sudama came to Dwaraka, Krishna ran and then he did a Pada Sevana. In the sense, he washed Sudama's lotus feet with his own tears, it is said. Okay. So Radharani, how she served Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami by making sweet rice, once kheer. And when Raghunath Das Goswami was chanting in hot sun, she put her chadar on him and was trying to serve. So Krishna serves. Krishna serving Nanda Baba, Yashodama, all in Vrindavan also, you can see how they serve. Okay, and now here being the chariot driver, yes, because Krishna didn't have to take that position of being the chariot driver, right? Still, he did that because that's why he is called the ocean of mercy, Karuna Sindhu, Kripa Sindhu, and he's Bhakta Valsala. Good. Okay, so that's from room
there's
number 2.
one more last point we had, Mataji.
Yes.
So Krishna obtains transcendental pleasure, although he is the infallible master.
Okay, transcendental pleasure. Okay, fine. Yes, room number 3, Anuradha Mataji, Avik Prabhu, Roshni Mataji, Sumit Prabhu, and Vivek Prabhu. Yes. One devotee can speak. Yes,
Okay,
Prabhu.
so we have pointed out 4 points from the purport. So for the first part where like Arjuna is ordering Krishna, it is because he wanted to see how much the opponents were bent upon demanding an unwanted war. And for the second part where Krishna is accepting the position of a charioteer, it is because he is Achyuta, so he never fails in his affection for his devotees. He obtains transcendental pleasure when his pure devotees orders him. And as the servitor is always ready to render service to the Lord, similarly, the Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some service to the devotee.
Okay. So these are points from room number 3. Almost, okay, so this is the, okay, before that, I'll just share this. So this is the question bank. Okay, all of you, I'll share this in the WhatsApp group. So this is from chapter 1 to 6. You can all see. So you have like closed book short questions. You can see short questions, closed book questions. Then there is open book essay question. Now this, after every 2 chapters, after 2 chapter, second chapter, after 4th chapter, I'll be posting one open book essay in your WhatsApp group, which you can refer from Bhagavad Gita and write as an essay and upload in the Google form. But this closed book is the exam after 6 chapters. After first 6 chapters, this you should not see the book, and it's like closed book short questions for 5 marks question. Okay, this is how we should prepare. You can see the sloka numbers, reference is given on the bracket. So why was Duryodhan confident about full support of Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya in the battle? Why? Why was Duryodhan confident that Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya is going to save him? No need to raise your hand. It's like brainstorming, or anybody can answer.
They did not utter a word during Draupadi Chirharan and
Yes.
during the gambling as well.
Good. So when Draupadi was getting insulted in the assembly, Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya didn't say a word, right? And when the gambling match was happening also, why? Because Bhishma Dev and Dronacharya are working under Dhritarashtra, right? Like you work for the government. You can't speak anything against the government because that's not the etiquette. You can't do that. Just keep quiet, even though you want to answer or to put your point of view. So Bhishma and Dronacharya inside was supporting Pandavas, but they were not able to say anything. And financially, they were depending on Dhritarashtra, right? So, and we know the signs of victory, you know, the 9 signs, and a little bit you should explain. And Gudakesha means this is next week's sloka. Arjuna is called as Gudakesha because he conquered sleep and ignorance. So this is how you should prepare for closed book. Okay, the sloka number is given. So this question bank will be shared. You take this question and find out the answer from the particular purport. Okay, so this. And then this is open book essay. This is this need not be, this will be taken as a breakout room question also. Like this, there are 6 chapters questions put. Also, there is a sloka to be memorized in Bhakti Shastri. There are 700 slokas in Bhagavad Gita, but 108 important sloka, but only 45 slokas have to be memorized in Bhakti Shastri exam. Okay, I say only, but if it's difficult for you, have a sloka notebook, write it down and repeat it every day. Okay, chant every day so that you remember the slokas. Okay, so we'll continue with room number 4. Datta Prasad Prabhu, Prit Prabhu, Santosh Prabhu, Shalakshmi Mataji, and Suraj Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah. Lord Krishna is Arjuna's charioteer and friend, has agreed to serve as his charioteer in the battle. Although Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, he has accepted the position of charioteer for his devotee Arjuna, and he carries out his orders without any hesitation. That's one point. Second point is the relationship between the Lord and his servitor is always transcendental, which is mentioned here. And Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some sort of some service to the devotees. That is the third point. He always takes some great pleasure in his devotee, assuming the position of ordering him. The fourth point, yeah. Okay. As he is infallible and yeah, the relationship is purely transcendental, and here it is in this shloka, it is mentioned Lord as infallible. So
Yes.
the position is also not been it's
Okay.
been described. Yeah.
Okay.
Hare
So
Krishna.
room number 5, is it like same points which they spoke, or you have any other extra points? Achyuta Prabhu, Kusumlata Mataji, Sharan Prabhu, and Suvina Mataji. Anything extra to add?
We have the same points, Mataji.
Almost same. Yes.
Something? Okay.
Same points, Mataji.
Almost yes.
Okay. So significance of Arjuna ordering Krishna and Krishna accepting the position of a charioteer, right? So this shows how Krishna is Bhaktavalsala, or he is trying to serve his devotee in that rasa, the dasya bhav, right? Sometimes when Krishna becomes tired after playing with the gopas, someone come and massage Krishna's lotus feet. But another time you can see Krishna massaging their lotus feet, or they'll carry Krishna to run and play, and Krishna will be carrying them on the shoulders. That's why Brahma says they are krita punya puncha. They are pious. After so many punyas, they have got this position of Krishna carrying them on the shoulders. The Supreme Personality got it. So Krishna accepting the position of a charioteer. And that is being the Bhakta Valsala bhav of Krishna, how he wants to serve his devotee in a dhasya bhav, right? And Prabhupada says Krishna is not your servant, like you order Krishna that come here, do that for me, I want money, I want that, this. No, when he's pleased with your service, he blesses you, he gives. And we can't force Krishna, and by his sweet will, he does everything, right? So Arjuna is ordering Krishna, that's in Sakya Ras actually. It's a friendship. Like, hey Krishna, take my chariot. Like he's in a friendship bhav. But we will see in the 2nd chapter, 7th sloka, this friendship will change to dhasya bhav. That karpanya dosha fahada svabhava. He says that I have all miseries. I'm in difficulty. Please, Krishna, accept me as your disciple. So then Krishna smiles. Arey, you are my friend. Now you became my disciple. No, we don't like that. No, we were friends always. You have your schoolmate, and then after so many years you met him or her, and she's in a like high court judge or someone in a higher position. But then once, before knowing that, you will call her nickname and talk. But once you know she is such a such person, then might be, if your mood change, that friend that's not real friendship, no. Even if we know that that person is such an exalted person, the friendship should not get altered. So here Arjuna is ordering Krishna because that's of Sakya Ras, and now Krishna accepting it as because he's Bhakta Valsala, because he doesn't become a driver of a karmi or a jnani, but for his devotee, he's ready to do anything for a devotee. He broke his vow also, no? We'll stop with this. I'm getting late. Just because it's Purushottam month, we made it 8 o'clock. Now, once Purushottam month is Aarti and everything program stops in the temple, then we'll restart at 7 o'clock only, okay? So that we'll finish it fast. I know it's getting really late, especially for Matajis who are mothers, and it's very difficult, dinner time at home. So we'll try to start at 7 sharp, and then we'll end soon at 8:30 or something. Now, because of Purushottam month, we'll delay it, okay? So we'll stop with this. Any instant where Krishna broke his promise for his devotee? Just for his devotee, just to give happiness to the devotee, Krishna broke his promise.
Yes, Mataji.
Where? When? Yeah, with Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra only, when Bhishmadev was attacking Arjuna, he took a vow to kill all the Pandavas. Krishna took the vow that he will never touch any weapon or anything in the Kurukshetra war. But he took the wheel of the chariot and tried to throw it to Bhishmadev.
Yes.
He broke his vow for his devotees.
Yeah, so that's why Krishna is called Chakrapani. Chakrapani means the one who raised the chakra or the wheel of the chariot. So you've seen that famous picture where Krishna is running towards Bhishmadev with the chariot, the wheel in his hand. So yes, so I'll stop with this. They're saying that Krishna can go to any extent to save his devotee. So what happened actually is Krishna, Bhishma, Dronacharya was, Duryodhan was so worried, like why Bhishmadev is not killing the Pandavas. Bhishma is so strong that he can kill Pandavas like anything. So Duryodhan was so upset that at one night, he went to Bhishma Dev's tent. Now they stay in a tent during the battlefield. It's like, please kill the Pandavas. You can. If you take a vow, Bhishma Dev took a vow of being a brahmachari lifelong. He never broke it. So Duryodhana knows that if Bhishma Dev takes a promise, he'll never break it. So somehow he made Bhishma Dev agree that he's going to kill Pandavas next day. So Bhishma Dev took 5 arrows and said, tomorrow, all the Pandavas are going to be killed by these arrows. And Duryodhana was so happy that Duryodhana was overexcited that he said to Bhishma Dev, you're old man now. If you keep these arrows in your tent, what if some robbers come and take it? Give it to me. I'll keep in my tent. This was Krishna's plan. So Duryodhana took the 5 arrows from Bhishma Dev and went to his chariot, kept it under his pillow and slept, thinking that, oh, tomorrow Pandavas are going to die. And then what happened? Krishna knew everything. So Krishna know that Bhishma Dev is such a great devotee that, and he's so strong that he can fulfill his desire. So somehow Krishna want to save the Pandavas. Krishna went and woke up Arjuna. It was the middle of the night and Arjuna got up from the sleep. It's like, Arey Krishna, let me sleep. Why are you disturbing me? And Krishna is like, get up, go to Duryodhana's tent and ask for 5 arrows. In the middle of the night, why should I go to Duryodhana's tent? Just go. Just don't ask me why, what and all. Just go. Because Duryodhana had promised Arjuna a boon, which Arjuna didn't ask now. So Krishna reminded, see, you remember there was a boon you want to ask from Duryodhana? Go now. So Arjuna went to Duryodhana's tent. Duryodhana was happy to see him. After sunset, they don't fight. They all sit together and have a dinner together. But once sunrise happens, again they are enemies. So Duryodhana's like, Arjuna is like, you had a boon to me, no? I want to fulfill. You should fulfill that boon. So Duryodhana was, oh, what? You want the kingdom? Take it for free. Arjuna is like, no, we are Kshatriyas. We'll fight for the kingdom and then get. But now I came to ask for the 5 arrows. Duryodhana is like, how can Arjuna know this? Nobody knew. Only Bhishma Dev and I knew. And how did Arjuna knew this? From behind, Krishna was waving his hand. Me. I am the one who actually told, because he's a Paramatma and he knows everything. And Duryodhana was so angry. And from behind, Bhishma Dev saw this. So Bhishma Dev is like, Krishna, you broke my promise. Tomorrow I'm supposed to kill the Pandavas. You broke my promise. See, tomorrow I will break your promise. So what was Krishna's promise? When he agreed to become the chariot driver, he promised Arjuna he'll never take a weapon. He'll never fight. That was his promise. But Bhishma Dev had a desire to see Krishna breaking his promise. So Bhishma Dev put a lot of arrows on Arjuna, continuous arrows, so that there was no way that Arjuna could have been saved. Krishna jumped out of the chariot because Krishna knew the desire of Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev is a pure devotee and Krishna wanted to fulfill Bhishma Dev's desire. Just for that, he broke his vow of not taking a weapon. He jumped out of the chariot, took the chariot wheel and barged at Bhishma Dev. By then, sunset happened and the war for that day ended. So Arjuna was saved and Bhishma Dev was satisfied by seeing Krishna breaking his promise. The Krishna can go to any extent to save his devotees because he is so attached to his devotees, right? So this is what Krishna's position is. So we'll stop here. I hope all of you have marked your attendance. Attendance is very important in Bhakti Shastri. Please mark it. Just because of attendance shortage, many could not clear Bhakti Shastri. So please, all of you fill the attendance form correctly. Okay. So Aishwarya Mataji's remind me to post the question bank, the slokas to memorize in the WhatsApp group. Okay. And please, all of you fill the sadhana chart every week. Okay. Can we end? Anything more to add? Any comments? Any questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Share the link for NOI and
I forgot. Okay, I'll post it right now.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I say something?
Yeah, yes, Rajalakshmi.
Mataji, I think I can't give all the tests and I can't even preach. It is too tough. I just want to chant.
Okay,
and can I join and continue the class?
You can attend the class, but you don't want to write any exam?
I think I can't. Today also, I even don't know in which breakout room I was.
You have some technical issues?
No, even I raised my hand and tried to unmute, but I couldn't.
Why? Okay, there's some small technical issues. We'll sort it out, okay? Slowly. Don't leave the group. Yeah, you be there. You can attend definitely. Okay. But exam is just to make you serious. If there is no exam, then nobody will be serious. Nobody will study. So that's why just exam.
Mataji, on the contrary, I will study and labor hard, but I think I can't give.
Yeah. So Bhakti Shastri is not only for preaching, it's for ourselves. Us to
Yeah.
understand Krishna better, right?
I want to gain the knowledge, but
Yes,
I can't.
good. That's
But
okay.
I can't. Okay.
Okay. Krishna will give the Buddhi Yoga. Krishna will make us remind things. So don't worry.
Thank you,
So Krishna will
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
You put your effort, you have that sincere desire, Krishna will help. Okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you everyone for joining. Mancha kalpadarupascha kripasindhubhyo patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Kodi Vaishnav Mandir ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki